Welcome back to another video. I am going to be doing the SummerSlam DVD collection. I'm missing 2013 and 2018 because that one just came out not too long ago. So let's get into this. The first one is SummerSlam 2000. You have Triple H, Kurt Angle, and The Rock for the WWF Championship. Kane versus Undertaker. I think if it had something to do with Kane's mask in that match, I know that. This pay-per-view was known for the TLC match with Edge and Christian, Dudley Boys, and the Hardys. There's the disc art. I do like the yellow in it. And then there's the insert. Next, we have the 2001 SummerSlam with The Rock on the cover. You have X-Pac versus Tajiri for the Cruiserweight and Light Heavyweight Championship. I think it was for both titles. Jeff Hardy versus RVD in a hardcore ladder match. First ever WWF vs. WCW Tag Team Championship Steel Cage match. Undertaker and Kane versus DDP and Kanye. Then you had Stone Cold versus Kurt Angle for the WWF Championship. Booker T versus The Rock for the WCW Championship. This pay-per-view is when the invasion was going on, when WCW just got bought out. I do like the whiteness in the disc art there. Next, we have the 2002 SummerSlam. People say this is the best one. You're also wondering why it's in this terrible condition, probably. This is how it was sent to me from Amazon. Somebody didn't want to take care of their DVD and send it to me like this. Just look at that spine. It's all damaged and everything. You had a great opener from Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle. Chris Benoit versus RVD in an Intercontinental Championship match. Undertaker versus Test. Then you had The Rock versus Brock Lesnar for the Undisputed Championship. This one was also known for Shawn Michaels' return when he faced Triple H in the non-sanctioned match. And we all know how that ended. I do like the disc art. If the disc art was the cover, I think that could have been better. Here is the insert. Next, we have the 2003 SummerSlam with Sable on the cover. And then the 2003 spines. Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit versus Rhino versus Tajiri in a fatal 4-way for the U.S. Championship. Undertaker versus A-Train. RVD versus Kane. And then the first ever Elimination Chamber match here at SummerSlam. It wasn't the first ever one. No. It was the second one. Then there's your disc art. Next we have the 2004 SummerSlam. You had Undertaker versus JBL, and then Chris Benoit versus Randy Orton. I've heard there's a different cover out there where it just shows Undertaker and JBL. I have never seen that one, and I can't ever find that one. But a fun fact, my first ever copy of this, when I tried to watch this match, half the sound wasn't there. Okay, we had Triple H versus Eugene, Matt Hardy versus Kane for Lita marries the winner. Edge versus Batista versus Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental Championship, and Diva Dodgeball. The blue on the disc art's actually cool. And then there's your match listing. Hogan versus Michaels for the first and only ever time. This one wasn't too bad of a SummerSlam. You had Undertaker versus Randy Orton, and Randy Orton got an upset victory. Eugene versus Kurt Angle, Orlando Jordan versus Chris Benoit. That one, you can just pretty much laugh at it. This one was known for Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero in the custody of Dominic. And then you had John Cena versus Chris Jericho for the WWE Championship. Okay. Next we have the 2006 SummerSlam. If I had to pick a SummerSlam I would like the most, it would have to be this one. Because it just had perfect matches that I liked. You had Rey Mysterio versus Chavo Guerrero. Ric Flair versus Mick Foley in the I Quit match. D-Generation X versus Mr. McMahon and Shane. The Big Show versus Sabu. And Edge with Lita versus John Cena. Really, the only match I didn't like on here was King Booker versus Batista, because we all know who should have won that match. Other than that, I think this one would be my favorite SummerSlam. The disc art's pretty cool. It's like a hypnos thing. Next up, we have what's hard to find nowadays is the Blockbuster exclusive bonus disc with the biggest party of the summer, 2007 SummerSlam. Great Khali versus Batista for the World Championship. Umaga versus Mr. Guinea versus Carlito in a triple threat match. In Kane versus Finlay. Then you had the return of Triple H to face King Booker. You had the return of Rey Mysterio to face Chavo Guerrero again. And then you had John Cena versus Randy Orton in the start of their rivalry. Next, we have the 2008 SummerSlam. I don't know who Sean is, by the way. This is pretty much where the PG started, right? Was here. John Cena versus Batista in their first ever match. That was alright. But John Cena got his neck broke there. Triple H versus Great Khali in the WWE Championship match. CM Punk versus JBL. And then a Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker and Edge. Honestly, that was actually really good for being PG. I do like the ship blowing up there. That's cool. Next, we have the 2009 SummerSlam. People say the star's not the best, and they should have said with the S. I don't mind the star. This was actually a good SummerSlam. Great Khali versus Kane. Rey Mysterio versus Dolph Ziggler. Creation versus William Regal in an ECW Championship match. TLC match, Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk. I really wanted Jeff Hardy to win this one. And then Randy Orton versus John Cena. No insert. Next, we have possibly the worst SummerSlam of all time. The 2010 SummerSlam. That cover there tells you nothing about SummerSlam at all. Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. Big Show versus Straight Edge Society. Kane versus Mysterio. And then Team WWE versus Team Nexus. I liked that Team WWE won, but that match didn't need to happen though. So pretty much the only match I was excited for was Big Show versus Straight Edge Society and Kane versus Rey Mysterio. I mean, the stage was okay in this one, but it wasn't a good SummerSlam. Next is the 2011 SummerSlam. CM Punk versus John Cena, championship for championship. And then Triple H was your special guest referee. Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett. Rey Mysterio, John Morrison, and Kofi Kingston versus The Miz and R-Truth and Alberto Del Rio. Christian versus Randy Orton in a good match. The discard's alright. Next we have the 2012 SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. CM Punk versus Big Show versus John Cena. And then you had Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio. I think that's pretty much what I remember. I wanted Triple H to win that match, but it is what it is. There is the match listing there. Next, we have the 2014 SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar beating John Cena. And John Cena receiving 16 superplexes in one match. Then Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella. And then we had Nikki Bella turn against her own sister in this one, I think it was. That's a cool discard. We had Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. Dolph Ziggler versus someone and won the championship. I've only seen the main event of this one because I wanted to see how many times he took the suplexes. So, I haven't really seen this whole pay-per-view. Next, we have 2015 SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker in the singles match. This is the one where Undertaker low blows him, puts a Hell's Gate on him, and then Brock Lesnar flips him off, and then he passes out. Seth Rollins defeated Sting and John Cena in one night to retain both titles. This is the start of the 2-disc set, which I don't really care for. I feel like they can fit it all on one disc, like they used to. It's good to see New Day on a cover, even if it's on the back. Next, we have the 2016 SummerSlam. This one was actually really good. I'm trying to look for it on Blu-ray still, but this one was actually good. You do have your spoilers down there. Dolph Ziggler versus Dean Ambrose for the title. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor to determine the first ever Universal Champion. And then sadly, Finn Balor had to give it back the next night on Raw because of a shoulder injury. And then this one had Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton in the main event, and that was a crazy main event. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. The disc arts is pretty cool. And then finally, we have SummerSlam 2017. I've seen it, but I didn't really pay attention when I first saw it. So I might need to go back and watch it. It looks like there's Braun Strowman versus Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. Shinsuke versus Jinder Mahal. It looks like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins won the tag titles, or either retained one of the two. The disc art's pretty cool here. So there you have it. There is the SummerSlam DVD collection. Let me know what your favorite SummerSlam is in the comments below. And peace out.